Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm doing a video about my experience on my initial visit to a chiropractor. This is just to advise everybody who was not aware, like I wasn't aware. So the chiropractor found charges $47 for the first two visits, and the first one is a consultation, and a physical where they discuss this and they, discuss that, and if you're familiar with it or whatever, and then if needed, they do X-rays, and then on your second visit, you discuss everything that went on the first visit. So I wasn't aware that you had to get into a gown. I went in there, checked in, filled out the paperwork. It explains to you how, doing chiropractic treatment and therapies can cause this and can cause that, but it's like 3 to 4 people in 1,000 that get this and that or whatever the third. I don't have the paperwork that actually could read it, but I filled out all the paperwork, signed everything, decided to go with it. I was so surprised when I was told that I needed to change into a gown and only keep my underwear. And of course, the underwear that I have was like a see-through underwear, which I was in my head thinking, like, if I would have known, I would have made sure I found different underwears that was not showing my crack. Anyhow, so I get there and I'm like, okay, maybe he's just gonna check my knees, this and that. No, like, you lay down, face down, and then he's like pulling on your legs. So he pulls on my legs to see if there's any pain anywhere. He's basically assessing where your pain is, trigger from whatever. Pulled on my legs and then bend my legs backwards. I think that's how you say it. So yeah, because my calves was like touching my thighs to see if anything was triggered that way. Then he was like pushing on my left hip, pushing on my right hip, pushing on my spine, just pushing all over, all the way up here just to see what was triggered, and touching on my neck. Then I was sitting up, and so then he sits me up, and sitting up, he's like, doing my neck and doing the back of my neck, and do this and do this and then do the back, and just in a relaxing way to see what's causing you to have pain or difficulties or whatever the case might be. I guess to make sure and see if the pain goes all the way to the back or where, and you're supposed to let them know. Then you're flipped up where your back is down and you're facing the ceiling, and then they're checking if you can open your leg inside or outside, or what hurts or what doesn't hurt, or what's triggered. And let me tell you, first of all, I went there because for the past 5 months, I keep having hip pain on my left hip. And now on my lower back, and it's just all messed up. So I was like, let me try this form of medicine to see if it can help me before they tell me to do injection shots. I mean, not injections, steroid shots, which I don't want to do. So I came here for my hips. And after he done assessed me on my neck here, I had this ponytail. It was looking a lot better. Next thing you know, my ponytail's like to the side from how I was being moved, left, right, to the back, and I don't mind it, but I'm just like, I did not have this in mind. And now meeting somebody after my appointment to have lunch, and so now I have to like refix myself. Anyhow, but they assess that, and they do your arms, and you gotta like push down, or they pushing down while you maintaining it to see if it triggers any pain anywhere. This guy found so much wrong with me on my neck and my like it's just, I was like, he was like, you have any questions for me? I was like, well, no, but I just realized that, I came for one thing and found out something else, which normally with doctors is like that anyways. But I was just like, I came for the hip and found out that I had issues elsewhere. So he was like, yeah, sometimes it happens like that or whatever. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to share not only my experience, but kind of, keep you aware of what to expect whenever you go to any chiropractor. I don't know if this is something they do all the time or if it's just this practice that I'm going to, but be prepared to get all your clothes off, including bras, necklaces, earrings, and to be flipped. I don't want to say almost upside down, but they really are going to get down. If it's a good chiropractor office, they're going to get down into putting you in different positions to see what is triggering you, or what's causing discomfort or pain. So, and that's pretty much how it went. First, I was laying down. He was pulling on my legs, seeing if there was any on the lower, extremities, and then putting me on the opposite and checking my neck, and then sitting up too. And I had to like bend down and bend back and bend to the side and turn and twist. I wish I could show. I'm in the car, so I can't show you specifically what they did. Now, if you are interested, comment below and I can get one of my kids to play me and I'll play the doctor. Although it's not recommended to be doing anything that a doctor does at home, especially because you don't know what you could cause or how you can hinder somebody. But it was like that. And then you do x-rays. I never had to take an x-ray where you have to like open up your mouth wide. So he did an x-ray of my neck and my jaw, and then I think he was checking my spine all the way down to my lower back, because they do want to check to see if you have any pinched nerves, or anything like that. So that's pretty good. And then on the second visit, when you come back, you're supposed to talk to them and go over all your results, the x-rays and what he found, all those movements and stuff that they had you do, to create a treatment plan for you to be able to continue to come and start your adjustments. And there's a lot of people out there that get relief with these adjustments. So that was one of the reasons I was like, let me just give it a try. Most insurances do cover chiropractic therapies. Some of them do not. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Depending on where you live at, your first appointment could be $60 or less or more. And then if you have to get x-ray done, it could be between, $20 to $200 and something, depending on what your insurance covers. So needless to say, it was a weird and kind of fun experience in a way, because I was just like, what in the heck? And the messed up part of this all is that I came out of that office in pain. So I went in and I was not having much pain, but because he's or she is trying to find, your tightness of muscles or issues with your joints, they assess you in a certain way to where they have to poke you here, poke you there, and that unfortunately triggers pain. So they tell you to ice it up, and they give you a sheet of paper. Let me see if I can. They gave me a sheet of paper that, told me to apply cold packs 20 to 30 minutes every hour to an hour and a half, no longer than 30 minutes. So it's supposed to help with any inflammation that was caused by all that poking and moving around. Which I definitely need, because even after I got out of the room and I had to take pictures, like just standing there, my left hip was horribly in pain. And because he found a lot of like muscle tension on my neck and all that, but my hip was like horribly hurting. So I am gonna need to use this for sure. And then wait to see. I'm excited to see, how often and how much, and I'm just excited to be able to find relief. So you guys are gonna join me in my new journey to find relief for my pains in my body. And this is only because like I'm on blood thinner, so I cannot take like over the counter anti-inflammatory. So the only thing that's supposed to save me or help me is Tylenol, and sometimes it doesn't work, and you can't take it more than 7 days. So I need something else. The only other thing I have is narcotics. I can't go to work high, like no. So I'm trying to see if something else helps me that I can continue to do, and then let you guys know how it's going on my end in case you're interested, because you or somebody else that are having pains. Anywho, that was my first experience. I can't stop laughing at myself because of the stuff that I just put myself through. And then I guess to see how I can relieve my body from the aches that, and pains that are coming with all that poking around. Thanks for watching, guys.